automatically think either ballet or hip-hop. I do neither. Ballet is too stiff, hip-hop too loud. There's only one solution: modern.
Living a life led with a proud heart can allow you to maintain the spirit of a child. As we all know, we can find ourselves in a part of life where we don't want to grow up, no matter the situation, no matter the age, but we know we have to. For example, a couple of months ago, I was riding in the car with my dad and turned the radio on. There was some story about the mayor of New York and all the politics stuff that was happening with it. My dad turned on the volume and started asking me questions about my history and country and pretty much everything I didn't want to talk about. Suddenly, all I could hear was a voice in my head yelling at me that I had to grow up, and I couldn't take it. I started freaking out and crying, realizing that I didn't want to grow up, but I had to. After a couple minutes, I was fine, sitting down with a cup of tea like we usually are. Sometimes it's hard to let go, but just open up and see if it helps.
I discovered modern when I was only 9. It was a new teacher at a local studio who taught modern, and I decided to give it a try. From the very first class, I loved it. We did the most simple movements in modern dance, such as triplets, contractions, and exercise on 8. I learned that my teacher was very good at what she did. She was kind, but very no-nonsense. I was the only student in the class, so I got a lot of one-on-one time with my teacher, Darcy. Another result of being the eldest student was that I got to perform a solo for our annual dance performance in May. Then, in mid-March 2012, Darcy had to move away. I was devastated. How many of you have met someone who you really looked up to, who taught you everything, and then they left? That was how I felt when Darcy moved away. I learned everything I knew about modern dance from her, and now she was gone. I continued my classes with another teacher until the end of the year, and Darcy returned to see the performance and do my makeup. I remember that performance like it was yesterday. My dance was winter themed, and I was wearing a blue leotard with a skirt and strips of white fabric velcroed to my wrist. I was nervous, and I had to keep reminding myself that I knew the dance very well. Plus, it was a solo, so if I messed up, no one in the audience would notice.
I know that it's a cliche. Believe in yourself. You see it everywhere. On posters, in magazines, online, in books. But when noticed and applied, it really can help change our lives. Live these words, and you will notice the way they affect our lives. It's like we play a game of bathroom spot, and we try to come up with the most stupid answers so that we can impress others. Then we get empty inside, because we can't understand what believing in yourself can do. By not understanding, by not letting ourselves understand, we're back to getting going up. My passion is dancing, and I have danced ever since I was little, and I love it. But what I found is it's easier said than done to get on the stage and dance alone, unless I'm in a choreographed dance with others. Even though there's nothing I would rather do than dance, seems like the process of figuring out who I am, just be able to get on the stage and dance alone, doesn't seem worth it. Seems like having what you love is enough, unless you take lessons or have something, the piece of paper that says you're certified. I know that isn't true, and I'm trying to figure it out one step at a time.
The next year was the year that I spent without Darcy. A new modern dance teacher named Jamie took over. She was equally as talented as Darcy, but she had a different style of modern that was more contemporary than modern. Most people will say that contemporary and modern are synonyms, but not where it comes to dance. Contemporary is very similar to jazz, while modern doesn't really branch out into any other genre. By then, I had inspired 3 of my friends to join my modern class. I still love modern as much as ever, even with a different teacher. I got a big surprised when I walked through the door on the first day of our studio summer intensive program. The summer intensive took place over 6 weeks in the summer. Everyone who joined was exposed to several different genres of dance, such as ballet, hip-hop, and modern. I was pretty surprised to see Darcy. I didn't know she'd moved back. It was pretty different in the classes because I was so used to being the only one, and all of a sudden there were like 19 other people there. Darcy remained with us for most of the fall through the intensive. Just when I thought nothing could go wrong during those classes, she brought us the news. She was moving away again. She got a job opportunity in Oklahoma as the director for a theater. Darcy remains my icon when I dance, because I've learned so much from her. I'm now completing my third-year modern dance, and I can tell you that I've improved tremendously. Modern is no longer just what I do, it's become who I am.
Being protected about growing up is fine when you come from a happy heart, right? This comes up a lot, it's easily pushed away because we don't want to deal with it all.
I think that modern dance has a very positive effect on the audience, in the way that it gives them something to think about. Modern is cryptic in a way, and while one person might think one thing about the story being told, someone else might think something totally different.
When you're sad or feeling down, the mind tends to say, push others away. Don't let anyone in. And we listen to that voice, because we just want to be a grumpy little kid that eats ice cream and does nothing.
However, I can see why some people might dislike modern. It's different, and many people don't understand it. It's a common problem when you dislike something because you don't understand it. For example, I do not get why people are so obsessed with selfies. I mean, you don't need to take a billion pictures of yourself. I mean, you can just look in the mirror. P.S. Friends already know what you look like, so you don't need to be posting 2,000 pictures of yourself on Instagram. It's pointless.
I know it's hard and I know it's annoying, but sometimes that is what happens. That is the first stage, and that's what happens to get yourself to the other side.
Don't get me wrong, I think modern is great as well. The reason why I do it is because I feel that it frees up the body more. But with ballet, there's so many rules and restrictions. With modern, there are no rules. My advice is that if you dislike something because you don't understand it and never want to see it again, learn more about it and give it a second chance. Maybe you can learn to love the unknown.
Actually, we don't need both of these. Yeah, this one, push it up. Is that good? Okay. Has anyone ever had that feeling before where you try to become better than everyone else? Like you're a little kid boasting to a friend about something amazing that they've done but you haven't? Teeter-tottering back and forth between two extremes is just what happens. But if you think that's hard, try finding the perfect spot to stop. That's right smack in the middle. Even though you're trying not to, you let go. You feel stupid again until the next day when, according to everyone else, everything's going to be fine. But on the inside, you feel like you failed completely. It may be hard and feel horrible not to teeter-totter and stumble about, but this is part of the process. You have to get through that bad part in order to make it through to the better side. Self-confidence is one of the biggest problems because no one wants to talk about it because they lack self-confidence. What we don't get is that this low self-confidence pulls our self-esteem down, and that in turn affects others too. We affect our friends' and parents' emotions, just by the way we act and react to what they say. I have 3 words. Believe in yourself. Sounds simple? They can really help you feel better about yourself and others if you let them. My passion is dancing, and that's what I love. That doesn't mean that's what you have to do. Find something that drives you from within, that makes you feel special, that makes you feel important. Once you find that, nothing else matters. It feels like everything clicks and goes right into place. Watch these 2. They're doing so great, they're doing what they love, and it makes everyone else love it too. Believe in yourself.